Guys, welcome to Rajko Academy, and in today's video we'll be solving this question from our 2017 GCE Mathematics paper 1. So if you're watching me for the first time, please support me by subscribing, liking my video and sharing my videos. So without much further ado, let us now answer this question under valuation. So we can see the question on the board. So this is saying the table below shows the relationship between two variables, x and y. It is given that y varies inversely, okay? So inversely as the square root of x, where x is positive, okay? So we can see this is a table. And now the first question is write an expression for y in terms of x and the constant of variation, which is normal k. Okay, so what you're simply talking about, or rather what the question is asking us to do, is simply to just write the expression that involves those terms as y being the subject, and then in terms of x and k. So what you're going to do is, we have been told, by the way, that this kind of variation is an inverse variation and varies as a square root of x. Okay, so what you do is on this one, so what you do is you say y, and then you have the symbol. This is a symbol of variation. Y varies, okay, as the inverse as the square root of x. So what you do is inverse, whatever is inverse, you say 1 over the square root of x. Okay. Now, if there is a symbol of variation, which is this one, you don't actually put the k. Now, in the second part, this is where now you introduce the k. So now, the second part, what you do now, you say where there is this symbol, you put now the equal sign. Okay. So once you put the equal sign, then you can introduce the k. Okay. Okay, so then we have introduced the k, and all we just have to do is just simplify this thing. Okay, so y is equal to 1 times k, or k times 1. This is just k over this. Okay, and this is what the examiner wanted you to just provide an answer. Okay, so this is an expression which is required by the examiner. So hope you understand how we have just come up with this one, or just to arrive at this answer. So now let's go to the next question. So the next question is saying find the value of k. Okay. So this implies that whatever you're finding, okay, this will be now the formula throughout the question that you'll be using. And therefore, on this one, so the formula is y equals to k over the square root of x. Now, you have to go to the table, okay, and then just pick one pair of the point that is complete, okay. So you can either pick this one or this one. You should actually get the same answers, okay. So we are going to pick y. When I pick this one, then my y is 2. Then when the x is equal to 16, okay, then the k is question mark. So then what I'm supposed to do now is I'm going to now just plug in, okay. So where there is y, I'll put 2 equals to k over, and then I know x is 16. Okay, now once I do this, I know that this is going to be 2 equals to k over the square root of 16, just 4, okay? Then at this point, I can cross multiply. So 1 times k, this is going to be k, and then 2 times 4, this is 8, okay? And this is the value of k. So that's how you can find the value of k. So as simple as that. All you have to do is just follow the formula that you derived from the first question. So let us now move on to the last question. which is now finding the missing value. Okay, so now when you look at this one, the missing value is A. We don't know what the value of A represents or what is the value of A. So what we're supposed to do now is, from the same thing, you're just going to pick this one. Okay, now because A corresponds with X, so in the formula, the A is going to actually replace X. Okay, so then this was number 1, B1, and then now B2. So what we're going to do now is finding A. So we have this as K equals to this. Okay. Now once you do that, from this point, okay, my Y equals to 8 over 9, okay, and my X equals to just A. So meaning when there is X, I'm going to put A, okay. So this implies that replace now, so 8 over 9, okay, is equal to, I know now that K is 8, so this is 8 over the square root of A. So I'm just replacing what is X and putting A now. Okay. So now what you can do is, you can just cross now multiply. Okay, so this is a fraction, so this, okay, or 8 multiplied by square root of A, okay, is equal to 8 multiplied by 9. So from there now, we know that we can divide, okay, both sides by 8. So this goes, and I'm going to write from there. So I'm going to manage the square root of A is equal to just this also goes out, just equal to 9. And then we know what are you going to do now. Okay. So what you're supposed to do now is your both sides of the equation in order, okay, in order to get rid of this, so you square both sides. So this and this goes out. So my A is simply 81. Okay. So that's how you can find the value of A, by just trying to understand how you can work out and making A the subject by squaring both sides, so that you can get rid of, the square. So this is a question, should be question 16 or whatever the question is. But this is how you can answer the question. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to support me, like the video, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.